Hey everybody and welcome back to the Lucky Dog Podcast. Today we have Season 1, Episode 3 of Hannibal the Cannibal.
It's just Hannibal.
Hannibal the Cannibals. Today with me is
Kellie.
Kellie. What are your first impressions fresh off of 3?
It was a really good episode.
Yeah,
It was
go ahead.
really good. Like, I don't know, like it kind of wrapped up some stuff for me, I guess, because I thought that dude from the woods just now was gonna, like, try to kill her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I think Lecter is going to use her to kill people.
Okay. So
she knows how to do it.
Well, yeah, I think that'll be some of my predictions. I'll do that toward the end of the cast real quick.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought this episode was crazy. The first 10 minutes were a little bit slow for me, and I was like, "Where's this going?" I thought this was going to be a big episode, fleshing out the character of Abigail Hobbs and her father, and I was like, I'm not that interested in this character right now.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't.
Like at the beginning, like you said, I was like, I'm not interested in her either. Like even when she was being kidnapped, she was not the interesting part of that.
No.
But now having her give a little bit more backstory, giving her a little bit just information, seeing who she is, it's a little bit better. Although I'm not too crazy about her performance, about her losing her folks.
Yeah, she's not showing a whole lot of emotion.
I mean, she does seem like she's sad, but more like she's lost best friend sad, not your parents.
Could be.
Well, she's lost her best friend now as well too. So she showed more emotion when she was losing her best friend too.
Her dad teaching her how to kill all those animals.
Yeah.
Has probably taught her a lot of how to hold that back.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, she looked like she was about to break down then.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, I think they did a pretty solid job on the Abigail Hobbs story.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of bringing her into fruition to how she's part of the main plot. I didn't think she was going to be such an integral part. But this was more of an Abigail Hobbs episode, revolved around her more or less.
It kind of was, yeah.
But I enjoyed the majority of what happened, just from a plot perspective. I am so tired of this redheaded reporter chick. She's already you called it. You called it. I kind of wish she should have got eaten in the first episode or whatever. Second episode.
I'm ready for Lecter to just.
It's dinner time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chew her ass up and shit her out.
Oh my gosh, she's a red ball fire.
Yeah.
She's a lot to handle, and persistent as hell.
Yeah, she is.
So I think she's gonna get herself into some stickiness with Mr. Lecter.
I want to know what with Lecter. I'm ready to find out what, because I haven't noticed it yet. What drives him to kill certain girls? Because I don't understand why he killed her friend. Was it the comment she made to her mom or something? Like, did he get offended? Like, I don't understand why he chose to kill her next.
I think he might be taunting them a little bit.
Okay.
Because as soon as he joined the investigation, I'm pretty sure the very next murder was the first girl that was found on deer antlers, and that was when Will was like, "This guy's taunting us. He's showing off."
Yeah, it's not the same.
He's a copycat, or even better. And in this episode, they said when Madison, I think, was the friend that was hung up on the deer antlers again. Essentially the same thing. He was demonstrating it like in art, sort of, artistically, and he did it precisely. I was trying to listen to hear if he ate any of Madison. I didn't hear him. That
we won't know until later on, right?
I just assumed that you would have been able to see if she's cut open.
Or something, we get a flash of him, because he cut her up.
Right. Well, we haven't seen him actually kill anyone. We have only seen.
That's what I'm saying. He's having these people do it for him.
Right. So I even wonder if he did those two murders that are supposed to look like him.
I think he did.
But I think what is her name? Abigail at the very end is really having a deja vu about her friend being strung up on the thing.
Yeah.
Well, when they both say, this is my secret, and he's like, this is my secret. I called you, and she's like, I killed the guy.
Yeah.
We'll keep each other's secrets, and it zooms in on her at the very end. She's kind of having a realization that this guy just killed possibly a lot of people and my best friend.
Yeah.
And is sort of responsible for my parents' death.
I was about to say, kind of, it's fault my dad's dead.
Right. So, it definitely leaves you in a good place to start the next one. It's hard not to just jump right in it.
Yeah. Because every time it ends, I'm like, okay, we gotta watch.
I gotta go. I gotta whip the recorder out my ass real quick. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
hold your ass, yeah. She's ready to go.
I like binge watching anyway.
Yeah, it's a nice binge.
Mm-hmm.
The 40-minute segments are really good.
Yeah, it's easy to binge.
Even an hour seems long now.
Yeah.
I still like the end of the world stuff too. I mean, that was almost too short, but like 20-minute segments. But I still thought that these 40-minute episodes are going by like that.
Yeah.
So I think it was a really good episode. Will's fleshing out a little bit more. The redheaded bitch lady, she really put him in his... Well, she didn't put him in his place. She just offended the hell out of him by saying he was unqualified to be in the FBI right in front of Abigail.
Yeah.
That was just so unnecessary. And then tried to apologize right after. And then she goes and writes a report out on him. Like,
that's what her job is.
Oh, she didn't need to...
Her job is to taunt him, to get him to say things so that she can put it in tabloids.
Yeah, I understand that, but she doesn't need to say, like... She's not going to get what she wants by doing that type of stuff. So, that was my thing. But I still thought some of the reaction shots on Hannibal Lecter when people were throwing out, deeshing each other... Mm-hmm. He was like, dang. He never really says anything in some of these interactions, but his facial expressions are pretty funny.
Yeah, they are.
So yeah, I think that it's going to be a turning point once we see him actually put a knife in somebody. This is the first episode we've seen him actually hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So, but it was very lightly and he didn't kill him.
Yeah.
So we're still like in the middle, I would say, of seeing him doing the worst of his stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'd say the worst thing we've seen him do is fry up some lungs.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean that he killed the person to get those lungs. He probably had someone else do it.
And those were the lungs of the girl on the deer.
Yeah, on the stag.
So I'm really interested to see if this next girl was killed. I want to see what the time difference was. It felt like there was no time in between the.
Yeah.
They just saw the girl and they were driving to the next spot and she was already dead. I mean, how much?
At least a day or two.
Geez, it didn't last long at all. But it does explain why those two, the mother and the daughter, just kind of randomly appeared and just exited real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought it was a really good episode. 3 going on strong. You know, it was awesome. Any predictions for the future? You said that I think you said that Lecter is gonna encourage the killing.
I think he's going to encourage Abigail to do... I think he's going to use her story against her. Or try to. And he's going to be like, this is what you're going to do for me. You're going to do what your father did for me.
Right.
But I think eventually she is going to be like, no, fuck this. And she's just going to tell everyone what she did and what he does.
Yeah, I think Will's probably either going to be the one.
Yeah.
Either do you think the reporter is going to find out? I think Will's going to be the last person to find out, because that's when the whole case gets blown open. Like, I think the reporter... Who do you think is closer to finding out about Lecter? The reporter or the FBI? I guess the FBI has to be the last people.
I feel like the reporter doesn't understand what she's looking for, as how Will understands.
Right.
He knows who he's looking for.
So
all she knows is she wants to know shit.
She's curiosity kills the cat at its best. I think she's gonna stumble into something bad and I don't know.
She's gonna end up being way too fucking pushy,
right.
And Lecter's is gonna eat her ass and not like it's groceries.
Right. I would maybe even have Abigail kill her.
Yeah.
But the killing of the guy, the brother that pinned Abigail,
shocked me a little.
It was shot in the way that I didn't even think it was happening. Like I was like, this. I thought it was like a dream sequence or something like that because we've seen so many of these like side sequences, and I was like, I don't even know if this is happening. And the way it happened, it didn't feel natural to me. I was like, I didn't even see that she had the knife in her hand.
I did. She had cut up the pillow.
I know that, but she had I didn't realize she had stood up and been pushed against the wall with the knife in her hand, and then just gutted him like the deer, you know. And when she said that he was butchered, did she like continuously stab him or something like that? Didn't look like a butcher. He just got stabbed once.
Or like the way you cut the deer open.
Yeah,
it's butchering. You're cutting it open,
and that's how Lecter described. The guy really,
I think it tried to show us, but like she cut him open. She didn't just stab him.
I thought she just stabbed him once.
No, did you not? She did the motion like she did when she
stabbed when the deer. Okay, so he was supposed to be the deer.
Yeah.
Relatively.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
Oh. You betray me. That was a good one. But yeah, check out our The Room and Disaster podcast if you
know where that came from.
Yeah, you'll understand that side joke. But yeah.
It was a good one.
All right. Anything else? I'm excited to start 4.
I am too.
So
let's hop off here and
let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Rate, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube.
Road on the show.
The show on the road.
No, it's the road on the show.
It's the road on the show.
I like saying it backwards.
Show on the road. They say it backwards so many times that saying it right sounds wrong now.
Cross your eyes and dot your T's.
Grab your popcorn and bend your knees. I don't know. All right, y'all.
You said that.
All right. All right, y'all.